Welcome to the Tradies in Business podcast with your hosts Warwick Bidwell and Nicole Cox. Divert your phone and grab a brew as Waz and Nick unpack tips, tales, secrets and stuff-ups from guests both inside and outside your trade, helping educate and inspire you to break the cycle of gut-busting and money stress and create a true trade business.
Hey, Coxie.
Hey, Waz, how you going?
Good now. I'm not sure if I'll be good after this, but go.
Are you ready? This is my first ever dad joke.
I'm ready.
Did you know that Chuck Norris has got a bear rug in his living room?
No, I did not know that, actually.
Well, he does. It's not dead or anything. It's just too scared to move.
Hey! I used to love all those Chuck Norris jokes.
They're pretty funny.
He doesn't do push-ups. He presses the earth downwards or something. Like
that one.
I don't even do push-ups at the moment because I buggered my shoulder kneeboarding a while ago, and it's starting to come good. So, anyway, I wish I had video of the incident.
I wish you had video of the incident. I wish I could see the video of the incident. I wish I had been on the banks watching it.
It would have been impressive. Like this probably slightly immature 40-something man.
Slightly.
Kneeboarding behind a jet ski in choppy conditions at 35 k's an hour, going from that woohoo smack to an epic faceplant and tearing my shoulder in the process. So
your story is certainly more exciting than the builder's story for his sore shoulders.
Yeah, well, he's just been working really hard. He's actually been doing something sensible.
Yeah.
I was just being a big kid. Anyway, speaking of big kids, today's guest, I think, is probably just a big kid at heart. Really.
He likes bears.
Well, for a guy that gets around in a bear suit as part of his business, I reckon that's the sort of business I want. I want to have a business where I have an excuse to dress up as a drop bear or something.
Well, you dressed like a lumberjack today, so is that not enough of an excuse to dress up?
I guess so. It was cold this morning, and I like this flannel.
It's on brand. Colours are on brand, I suppose. That's the best I can give it.
Oh, it's an orange and navy. Do you want to change our brand colours to orange and navy? And then I've got the perfect shirt.
I like navy. I still hate orange.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
orange is the new black.
Is it? Yeah. Do you watch that show?
What show?
Orange is the New Black.
Oh, I didn't know there was a show. That's how media unsavvy I am.
It's for a Friday episode, not today.
Right. Which is interesting. Well, it's an interesting way to segue into today's guest, who is Matt from Bonjoro. Now, he's the dude that pretty much kicked it all off. He's an
brains.
Aussie guy, but he's Scottish.
With a twang.
And he's got some funny stories about surfing, actually, which I won't spill the beans on. But today we're talking about video and how to use video in your business. Hence, I wish I had a video of my kneeboarding accident. That was why I winked at you, not because I'm being, inappropriate or anything.
I knew where you were going.
Right, okay. So yeah, how to use video in your business. Most of us have probably thought about it or had a go at it. We do see some of our members doing video, nowhere near enough.
No.
And I reckon today's guest and the product or the solution we talk about today, I think is a fantastic way for you listeners to enter the world of video marketing really cheaply and easily.
Yeah.
It takes away all the BS excuses about video, I believe. And it's a really cool tool, and I think it's a really good way to build video into how you run your business rather than having to do this thing where you get on Facebook and you become a knob like everybody else on Facebook.
I just sent out 2 today.
Because you're doing videos, because everyone says you should be doing video. But as Matt said in today's interview, it's more about communication.
Yeah.
It's just a way of communicating.
It's a different way to communicate with
rather
client.
than just doing videos for the sake of it.
Absolutely.
So really, some really cool stuff today, and we're gonna have a chop at this as well. So if you get spammed with videos from Coxie, you know why, because it's the way I'm finally going to get Coxie to do videos.
I will do your videos if you listen to my next joke. Are you ready?
Oh, righto, give it to us.
Why did the teddy bear say no to dessert?
Oh, I don't know.
Because it was stuffed.
Oh, wow.
I know. I'm so good at these ones.
Let's get into today's guest interview.
Oh, no, I got one more.
No. Oh, okay.
What
Last
do you
one.
call a bear without an ear?
A bear without an ear.
Yeah.
A bee?
Yes.
See, I think just as wacky as you. All
Love
right,
it.
so today's guest, really cool. Stick around to the end, get all the details of how to get your free version of the little tool that they've created at Bonjoro.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Let's
We'll
see
see
you
you in the
start
group.
using video. Yeah. See you in the group. Okay, so today we have the biggest drop bear I've ever seen joining us on the podcast here at Tradies in
Nice
Business
segue.
Radio. Matt from Bonjoro, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, awesome to be here.
Now, that was necessarily cryptic, I think, Matt. People are probably listening to this going, first of all,
He's
what
lost
the
it.
hell is Bonjoro? Is he speaking Italian or not? I can't tell. And what's the go with the drop bear thing, Matt? So can you fill everybody in?
Sure. So we're a one-to-one video messaging service. So we let you send personalized videos to leads to customers to either obviously convert more leads, put a face to a name, get their trust over, compete on that kind of side, and then use videos with existing clients to get them to drive reviews, testimonials, that kind of thing. Our branding is a bear waving, and as a result of that, everyone in the team who joins gets to order a custom bear suit when they first come on board. And
No way.
And we send bear suits to clients and to clients' kids, and it's kind of got out of hand.
I think what a great marketing tool, though.
I want
Love
one of
it.
those.
I do too.
I want one for camping so I
Yes.
can just freak people
How
out.
cool would that be?
Just do the whole
Just
drop
run out of
bear
the
thing.
tent, rah.
If you've got kids, I'll send you some bear suits.
Yeah. That's good fun. Do they fit on dogs?
So how did you end up with the bear waving as the Bonjoro mascot logo, etc.?
Yeah, I wish I had a great story here.
So it wasn't
We
a
were-
salad.
We were in the pub coming up with what the brand should be.
We're all good
I think
That's a good
start.
start. That's a good start.
I think we wanted characterization. We wanted a bit of personality. But what we're doing is like video's fun. It's very personal. Like, the whole thing we're trying to do here is break down boundaries. Like get on video. It's not produced. It's just like comms. So we're like, look, if you can make the brand something a little bit less serious, that's great. And one of the guys just found a picture of a bear lying back having a wave, and we're like, that's the logo just there.
That'll work. That's awesome.
Job done.
But you didn't need to spend $20,000 on a consultation.
Nope.
No. So if we could just back up a little bit, I guess, and maybe get a little more serious, which I suspect is going to be difficult in today's episode, talking about drop bears already. Bonjoro and video and making it more personal, like, and maybe tell us a bit more about you, Matt. I mean, how did all this come about, and how did you get to be sitting here in the exciting place of talking to us at Tradies in Business today?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm actually an industrial designer. So I spent my time. So I'm from the UK, unfortunately.
Oh, I couldn't tell. Yeah.
I have married an Australian and I had a baby Australian. So
So you're local now.
So you're allowed to stay.
I'm local. Worked over there. So kind of like engineering side of things. Somehow came here to surf because I got fed up of. So like one day I was out surfing in Scotland. I think it's February, and the hail was so hard. I went in and it was leaving dings in the board as we were hiding under them on the beach. I just thought, stuff this. It's a bought a ticket to Australia. Imagining I'd be surfing every single day. Fell into building a tech company somehow. Like, I don't know how I fell into it. So now that takes up most of my time, unfortunately. Those summer surfing days are weekends only.
Yep.
And we had a company which was not Bonjoro, and we ended up with a bunch of clients overseas. Mm-hmm. So in the UK, in the States, in France, we were selling to agencies, and we would get leads, inquiries coming in. And because we're in Australia and they were in Europe, we couldn't call them back because we were asleep.
Yep.
We tried, but late nights. And so I said, look, and we were doing the whole drip email thing, so emailing them afterwards. Mm-hmm. It was great a few years ago, but it started to not get as good as everyone got on board. Right, so we understood video. We built a bit of tech around video, and I used to take a boat to work in Sydney. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to send a video to everyone who signs up in the morning. I'm pretty good at sales. I'm pretty good in person. So I was like, I can't sell an email. I reckon I can still do it face to face. So I would send a video, we pop it into an email. It's a very manual process, and we deliver that. So the first thing these inquiries would ever get was me on a boat shouting my head off at like 5:30 in the morning, going past the Opera House. And I'll be honest, most of them came back and they're like, we have no idea what you said.
But that was really cool.
However, you look like you got a lot of energy. And yeah, like if you want to hop on a call, that'd be great. Like, love to have a chat to you guys and see what you do. And obviously we would, on the video, I'd say their name. I'd say, hey, Jamie, saw you something out from London. This company, we've already worked with these brands that you've already worked with. So we would get our credentials across. But we tripled our response rate. It was amazing. And then as a result, we literally tripled the work that we closed the next day. And inevitably, one of those customers was like, hey, can we use this video email thing? And we were like, yeah, sure. Put them on it. It looked like a dog's breakfast. It wasn't built for other people to use. And then one of their customers who they sent it to came in. They were like, oh, can we use this too? And then somebody else was like, oh, can we use this too? And then the next thing we know, it just started to get picked up. And as a result of that, interestingly, like 95% of our customers are outside of Australia. We have a lot of customers here, but because it's been picked up by people who've seen them and kind of got on board, we've just had to let it do its thing.
That's awesome.
And learn on the way.
So I guess video is not a new thing. Although I must admit, I was sitting on the couch last night and I dragged out my old copy of Long Way Round with Charlie Boorman and Ewan McGregor. Because I'm a bit of a motorcycle fan and adventure fan. And just looking at that, made way back in 2004, and the camera gear that those guys dragged around to film that. And I sat there and went, holy crap, you could just do all that with an iPhone these days. GoPros are the size of they're not even as big as a cigarette packet. So it just, everything has changed so quickly. I mean, video is video, right? Like, how come your thing is such a big deal?
So I think, so here's one of the things. Video was always, people used to think video and think, right, I've got to get made to look nice. I've got to get in camera. I've got to practice and do this hour-long video. And so video is just a medium. Mm-hmm. We don't talk about text. We don't say, oh, I'm sending this, like you have emails, you have written stuff. Video can be used in 100 different ways. And I think that's starting to become apparent now. What we're saying is it's a video done on your smartphone. It is done in response to a customer action. So a new inquiry comes in. We actually notify you in the app and say, hey, look, John Archer just came in from Brisbane, works for XYZ. Get back to him now. So we're telling you to send a video, and you're having 30 seconds to do a video. And you're like, hey, John, my name's Matt, etc., etc. Here's what we do. Love to have a chat, and run you through more. And that gets sent off. There's no getting ready. There's no preparation. It is communication. It's not even video. It's communication. But it just so happens that video is, the next best thing to sitting down across from somebody, in the pub or a coffee shop.
Yeah.
It certainly is a more personal touch, isn't it? And something I think our tradies, bringing it back to tradies, are really good at. It's that personal touch. It's what they do all day. So many of them are used to that one-to-one selling module. That's how they sell their business and what they do. This can, I guess, narrow down to that really quickly right in the very beginning of the journey with the client. Yeah,
so look at us, yes. We bought a new place, done some remodeling, done a new kitchen. I think we had like 4 guys come in. Like the guy I picked, because one guy came in and he was covered in like dust and stuff. And I was like, that's the guy I want. Yeah. I could tell straight away. And he's like, yeah, he's like, sorry about the mess. I was like, look, at least you're working. Like, yeah, we kind of hit it off. And I just got a sense that he was great, like amazing. But I'm like, how much quicker would that have been if he'd have sent me the video in the first place? I've been like, you booked. Come in. I probably wouldn't have bothered with the other guys because a couple of them I was like, oh, you're a bit odd.
Right.
Yeah, and this guy was just perfect fit for us. Again, good at, like, he had the backing. We use high pages, so we understood that.
Yeah.
And then it was a long piece of work and a lot of work, and it was great. But it was all about him.
So I guess to speak to that again, it can, thinking about clients, I know for myself as a woman, if I try to employ somebody to come and do a job in my home, I want to have a good sense of who they are before they enter my house. I'm inviting a stranger into my home. I don't know what's going to happen while they're there. So if you as the tradie has sent this video, all of a sudden you're immediately in front of your client. They understand more about your personality and who you are. And it was a simple, hi, how you going? My name's Joe. This is what we do. Really looking forward to maybe helping you. Would you like to schedule a call? Simple as that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of not, I mean, a lot of people don't pick up the phone these days either.
Exactly.
I mean, like you see this, yeah, like
Well, they don't reply to emails either.
Yeah, like it's because like we're being overwhelmed. So, you know, we run an online business. My phone number's been out there. I don't pick up anything anymore. I get calls in the middle of the night from spam in the States. And and I'm like, I haven't got my number, but now if someone wants me, leave a phone message. I'll get back.
Yes.
When you get a video and you're like the guys there, you're like, okay, I'll watch it on my time.
Yes.
You know, like I won't watch it now. I'll watch it later on tonight, and you watch it on your time. I don't have to respond or engage, to be honest, but I get a sense of the person, and then I'm like, this guy's good. I'll now engage. So there's a choice of when to communicate this back in consumers' hands. This has happened like in more recent years.
Yep.
This goes along with that trend, you know, which is working for a lot of people.
Matt, you talked about the fact that there's really no preparation that goes into sending those videos. You know, you get a notification from the app. And I wanted to get your thoughts or insights, I guess, because you would have seen a lot of videos. I'll admit I signed up for a trial account and I kind of got a little hooked and I want to use it. I actually tried something out years ago called iJot, which EYEJOT. It doesn't exist anymore, but it was a similar idea, and it was just this quick little video thing. It was pretty clunky and old tech, and not surprisingly, they disappeared. But the idea was the same. It was just, we don't go and press our suit and get our hair checked and trim our beard, even for the ladies, before we talk to someone in the street or, answer the phone in our office if there's an inquiry. So I guess people have this idea that you have to prepare for videos and it's got to be the right lighting and you've got to have thought through your script before you send it out. What do you guys find there as far as, the feedback from users, customers around, like, do people actually want to see a better prepared video? There was a question in there somewhere. But does it matter? Does it matter if it's not thought out, prepared, well lit, all that sort of stuff?
So some industries for sure will want something a bit more prepared. Lots don't, yeah, and more don't than you think. So we look at the videos we send. We have like 100,000 going out a month, and I think we did a piece a while ago. It was around about 20% of those messages are sent on someone's commute to work.
Wow.
So people walking down the street, and they have their leads in, obviously. So it's all in there. They're like, okay, well, I've got 10 to reply to, and they're walking to work, and they're like walking down the street, or they're even on like the train and stuff. That's the stuff that people like, because it's like, this is a real person. It's not a guy who's pretending to be all smart. This is the actual guy I'm going to actually deal with. And if stuff goes wrong, here's the one who's going to fix it for me. So I think there's been a big shift of like pulling down the whole barriers. Now, if you're a finance professional, yes, wear your suit. We have a lot of finance teams using us. We're probably at the other end of the spectrum. But what they do is there's an example. There's a mortgage broking company. They do the videos in the office, but when somebody gets approved for a mortgage or gets their first home, they stand up and they like go around the whole room and like everyone in the entire office cheers.
That's awesome.
And it's this massive breakdown of like professionalism, but it's so good and it's so on brand.
Yeah.
And they are a team who are like that. So that's part of their culture.
Yes.
Like for them, it's personal. They get it. They really push that forward. So it's this balance here. Like I love in situ stuff. Like if I was a carpenter, you do the video when you're in a kitchen. You're like, hey, I'm just working this job right here.
Yes.
Like honestly, like that's amazing. Like that's amazing. And it's maybe not that easy to do that, but it's like, here's the proof. Here I'm doing. Check out what I've just done. Look at this work.
Yeah.
It's instant credibility.
But tradies are agonising about what's the right marketing strategy and how do I set up Facebook campaigns and Google AdWords. Like they spend hours and thousands of dollars kind of dabbling with a lot of those things. And what we see here at Tradies in Business is they're missing a lot of the fundamentals. And I think some of the the easier opportunities or the less complicated opportunities, like doing something like this, send a quick 30-second video to say, hey, just got your email inquiry through wanting a quote to build your house. Thanks so much. Really excited about doing it. I'm just in the middle of, hanging these beautiful bifold timber doors at another client's property, as you can see in the background. I'll get back to you tonight. And, it's way more powerful than some slick written, Google ad campaign and landing page.
Yeah, it's not just traders, yeah. So we're a tech company, yeah, which everyone thinks, you guys really smart? Like, we've wasted so much time.
You were surfing in Scotland in the hail, Matt. I don't think that's very smart, buddy.
Look, that's called limited choices. My head of marketing, who's actually based in London, like he hates hacks. It's just real passionate against them. He's like, stop with all the hacks. He's like, the hacks don't work. He's like, try 100, one might work. He says it's quite depressing because you try all these things, you try and copy other people, they don't work. Some of the simple things are better. Some of the, I would say a lot of the repetitive stuff is good, but it builds over time.
Yeah.
And ultimately, like you said, trading is like, especially, like you guys are great at one-to-one. Like it's what you do of all people.
Yeah.
So the more you can do that, and the more you can get your personality across, like that's how you'll win business. And if other people can't do it and you can, like you'll win. Like it's simple.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think tradies are probably a little bit slow usually to adopt new technology like this. But in the playing around we've done with your system, it is so easy to use. Can you explain the process and what's involved with setting it all up?
Yeah. So if you try it, we are here to help you. We're also not a bunch of robots. So team in Australia, UK, States. So if you have a question at midnight, like someone will be online to help you out.
They'll answer the phone.
Yeah, so we are real and there's pretty good support. But basically, if you do use any software like a MailChimp or an Active Campaign or even a Google Sheets, you can actually plug that into Bonjoro. So if you have a system whereby emails are coming in from inquiries into a system, that you can plug it into Bonjoro and what's called a workflow. So as an inquiry comes in, we just notify you and you're good to go. There's a few things to set up. Again, we'll give you a hand there, but one of the things you do on your videos when they're shown, you put your brand up, and there's what we call a call to action button on the video. So at the end of the video, the whole point about doing this is to try and get the customers to do an action, which could be, like you said, if you're saying, look, I'm going to get back to you later, but in the meantime, I've just attached a PDF document of some of our latest work to have a look at. Or I've attached, a link to book a call with me if you're at that stage. Whatever that needs to be, or I'll just attach my website, have a look at that, and again, look, I'll get back to you later on. So, you're doing this, but like you're here to close business, or to do that thing, or to check in with clients that you haven't heard from in 6 months and say, hey, is there anything new you want to do? Drive an action from that customer afterwards.
Actually, that's a new way to use the tool I hadn't thought about, checking in with past customers to see where they're at, because so many of our tradies are doing repeat business, and there's an opportunity in any kind of trade business to do repeat business. That's a great way just to check and remind them that you're there. Keep yourself top of mind for your clients. Yeah,
and reviews. So
yes,
the best way to do a review is to tie it in with when the customer's really happy. So maybe if you're the manager and your subbies are out and they've just finished off property and maybe you're not there, you're the one that sends a video a couple of days later and says, look, I know it's been finished. It's been a couple of days now. I just want to check in at this point. Is everything to your satisfaction? Or a week later. Thanks for working with us. It's been amazing. If you would like to leave us a review, it means a lot to the business. I've included a link on the video to our Google reviews page. Please go ahead. Any other questions, you let me know. Here to help. That and when they're excited about whatever they've had done, it's awesome. Like the mortgage guys, they send this thing when people have just got approved for a home and they're like, can you leave us a review? And everyone's yes, mine's done. And everyone's so happy.
These guys are the best.
And that builds your business. That leaves your bit, like that gets your business going. And it's one of those things we forget to do. But if everyone else is doing reviews and you're not, like you're going to that will catch up with you.
Yeah, you get left behind pretty quickly, don't you?
So does the system only work in response to a client or prospect action, or can you do what you were saying at the start there, Matt, where it was like, you just send a video out to somebody?
Yeah, so you can use it off the cuff, however you like. The systems are there because they make your life a bit easier. But if you just want to send one, like you just on you go on the app, you can just put in an email, off it goes randomly. You use your phone contacts, your Gmail contacts.
Wow.
It works all that way. And maybe you start that way and then you have a chat to us and say, hey guys, I want to make this a bit more productive. What can I do? And then one of our guys will it's happy to hop with a call and be like, okay, right, what else do you use? How do we fit this to your funnels? Have a chat to us.
Jeez. I'm sitting here thinking about, people who do regular scheduled maintenance and stuff, test and tag and smoke alarms and, commercial electricians, all those sorts of things where there's regular servicing, motor mechanics, it's like plumbers.
Annual renewals.
Yeah. It's limitless, I guess, as to how to use that stuff.
And I think probably the most important point to put across to tradies here is when your clients are seeing your face, they're already, I don't know what the stats are to be honest, but a great deal more likely to use you. Even when we take this back in our marketing chats, all the way back to the website, the most important page on your website is your About Us page. Well, this is taking that whole concept one step further. You're actually introducing yourself to the client right at the beginning of the process. They may not even have found your About Us page, but it's quick, it's simple, it's on your phone, it's as you're going. It doesn't need to be lengthy. It can just be a quick touch base. This is what I'm doing. I'll be getting back to you tonight. Thought you might like to see where I'm at and what I'm up to today, and then move on. It's a really simple step in the process. And then I'm wondering about the capabilities of using the same app as the job progresses. So often that salesperson might not actually be the person doing the job. That still gives them a great opportunity to drop in and out during the job and say, hey, how are things going? Just thought I'd check in. Yeah. It's just got huge capabilities for a brief touch base to say hi.
Yeah, and these minutes of time that you spend doing each of these videos, like honestly, it pays back. And what it means is that if something does go wrong, which it often does, because we can't predict everything, customer comes in and they're there to help problem solve with you. They don't come in angry.
Yes.
So if the relationship is good to start with, which you like absolutely do, however you do it.
Yeah. When
you damage control, and we have to damage control. Yeah, we have issues with our tech. People come in, they're like, "Hey guys, can you help me out?" And we're like, "Yeah, of course we can." They don't just quit and go. They or say anything bad. They always come to us first.
Yes.
That's cool. Matt, what about open rates on emails? Because I assume that the videos are delivered via email. I made the comment before that people don't reply. I swear people don't even open my emails anymore. It's like I have to send them a text message or a Facebook message to say...
Should I tell you why we're not answering your emails?
Yeah, that'd be good. Maybe that's another episode. I'll have to start sending you videos. Coxie, open this email. It's got a video in it. But how do you go with the whole email overwhelm thing? What's the stats looking like for you guys?
Yeah, so we do a lot of work on this. So our messages get about 70 to 80% open rates.
Wow,
that's an average. Some people get lower, some will get higher. It's because we're not used as cold outreach. We use as the second touch point. So in response, we generally use quite quickly. That will obviously influence that. We do a lot of work on making sure we get good inboxing. We have a recorder, so you can record a message and drop it into a Facebook message too. You can take the message you've already sent and then reuse that into other systems if you'd like to. We will do SMS. It's on the timeline. It's a bit more complicated.
Sure.
But email, it's still pretty good, and it will still get through most of your pieces. We have auto follow-ups as well on that as well, which help.
Yeah, right. There's still pretty good open rates though, as an average. I think about 1% of people open my emails, probably because I'm normally poking them about something they haven't done.
You're telling them off.
No, I'll start doing that in a video. Huh? Do your homework.
That's terrible.
So, Matt, how big does this go? Like, using video in businesses. I mean, we're still very much a written-based medium, I suppose. Like doing business with people. There's a lot of writing still. I feel like we haven't evolved a heck of a lot as a species. We're still using the written word a lot. But do you see a different future for how we do business?
Yeah, I think. And it's something that we as a team struggle with is using video just to do quick calls and quick check-ins. So as you do in the email, quick checking things. Email has a place. It's not going to go away. Written communication will stay. I'm not a great writer. I'll be honest. I'm way better in person. So for me, it's quickest to do this. But we see in our team. So again, the teams around the world, different time zones. We use a system called Slack, which is where we all talk.
Yeah.
And things blow up fast because somebody said something. Everyone always takes it the worst possible way when the person writing it is just late at night. They're not even thinking. and then you'll wait 12 hours to get it back and tell them. They're like, no, I didn't mean that at all. And these things are so easily avoided if you just like ping someone for 2 minutes, be like, hey, I've got this thought, what about this? And they go, yeah, that's cool. And then on you move. The same with clients as well. Things will blow up on writing, as I'm sure everyone here has experienced. You can cut that dead with the video, or like in person, it always cuts dead. People get like annoyed on text. You meet them in person, and you're like, "Are we cool?" They're like, "Yeah, we're cool." So I think, and this is kind of a change in how we communicate and psychologically. Like, how do we get to that stage? We're not there yet by a long way. Even my team isn't there yet. I think it will happen more and more. I do think we will still have written comms because writing's been around a long time. It is a great way to think and process stuff. But I think more like shorter form video, making a quick video call rather than making a quick phone call, rather than sending a 2-line email, is going to become more normal.
Probably brings me to the next question. Where do you see this going long term?
So, I think personally, our focus is more about when to put time into clients. So, look, video is great. We're not at all suggesting you should do it for every customer touch point, like at all. Some of these touch points will always be in person. I think what we're trying to work out is, look, if these messages take a minute of your time, a couple minutes, when does it make sense to do that? And then, in fact, going beyond video, when does it make sense to have a phone call? When does it make sense to actually turn up at someone's house? Using data from a lot of systems and stuff. You can process that and say, look, actually, this customer, is due to get is due to come in or get a rate or have to have something at this point. Why don't you get in touch first and head that off at the pass? So how do we tell you when to do that? So more the kind of science behind when to communicate rather than how is actually more important, I think.
Yeah. And so I guess, just talking about video, are there things to avoid with using video? Are there mistakes that people make? Maybe they get a bit overexcited or something, but what are some of the things that they should think about?
Yeah, definitely wear clothes.
Well, that's was out. We're done.
Pants. Yeah, that's why we just do neck up.
Look, lighting. Like we talk about lighting. Yeah, just don't do videos with the window behind you, with the light source behind you, because you're in the dark. You can see that on the screen before you start. So just makes people see your face. Face to a light source like a window is fine. Smile. Start off the video with a smile. We have a little thing where we put a little moving GIF in the email, so when they get it, it's actually you at the beginning, and we always say wave at the beginning and smile. If obviously you send a video to someone you look miserable, it might be the opposite of the intended. So even if you have to put it on, again, I think then it's matching it to your brand, like you're on the show. I'd probably suggest not swearing and stuff unless it's to close clients and close friends.
Yeah.
Always have an ask is the last thing. So don't just do a video for the sake of doing one and say hi, see you later. In the video, ask them what you want them. Hey, I will send you a thing later. Please respond to that. And then we go from there.
Yeah.
Literally ask it and it will get done.
Yeah, it's being clear about what's the next action with anybody, whether it's a supplier or a client or an alliance partner or whatever. Is okay, so what's next?
Yeah.
Because people are thinking that anyway. If we don't ask the question, they're probably thinking, oh, I wonder what's next. We're curious creatures, so it makes sense to actually steer that conversation and relationship.
Yeah, and look, keep it short and sweet. Yeah, this is messages. This is not high definition produced video, so don't go on for 5 minutes. Tell them what you do. Okay?
That's what I was thinking.
Coxie's sitting here going, Woz is out. That's two strikes for Woz. Clothes and less than 5 minutes. I wonder what the third strike is.
I'm just going to say sorry now to all our tradies and business clients at Warwick tries this on. I'll cut him off at some point, I promise.
Stick to radio.
Yeah. Warwick doesn't do short anything.
This is why podcasting is good for me, because there's no time limit.
No, you can just go.
I can waffle. All right. Coxie.
We're going to ask the one question.
Yeah, we're going to ask the one question. Now, Nicole tried to school you up early, but I didn't allow it, Matt. So I have a question I like to ask everybody on the show, and it is, if you had 1,000 tradies in the room, what's one piece of advice, one word of wisdom, one thing you would like to leave them with?
Look, so I'm going to use, there's a bit of a tagline that I've used before, but it's the idea of automate processes but not relationships. So everything is about the relationship. All the automation is great. Use it to get rid of all the stuff you don't have to deal with as a human. And you guys especially focus on relationships, because that's why people work with you.
Correct.
Yeah. It is such a front-facing business. It's human to human in the trades still. Whereas tech, it would be easy for you guys to become dehumanized, I suppose. We're just dealing with a computer and a chatbot and all that sort of stuff. And I think that's a big risk that a lot of businesses run that are in the online space. But yeah, for tradies, it's like such a cool way to tap into that relationship and make that a part of why they continue to get more clients. So great point, mate.
Yeah.
Now, what do our listeners have to do to get a bear suit? That's my last question. What do I have to do to get a bear suit?
So if you do want to go on and give so test out Bonjoro, yeah, like it's free to try it out. We actually have a free plan as well, so if you want to keep using it free, that's fine with us, yeah, and we'll still help you out.
Cool.
I think if you hit, we have a bear suit gets sent out when you hit, I think, 1,000 videos. So it's pretty steep.
Man, that's a challenge for Warwick. I can see that happening too fast.
5 times a day, I'm on it.
You'd be surprised. We have people who've done like tens of thousands.
Wow.
Over time for sure. It's so we used to give away bear suits in like 100 videos, and then everyone started hitting that. And then we're like, okay, let's put it up. We got to 500, and then everyone started hitting that. We're like, okay, we'll get 1,000. So like we try and make it like a special thing. But people get that, and it's mad. It's crazy.
Wow.
I really want to come to one of your conferences where all the staff turn up in a bear suit. How much fun would that be?
I did that at the conference down here with a chap called Dale Beaumont, and we.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we actually stitched up one of his team because the guy had been using Bonjoro at the conference and sent out like I think 1,000 videos, and we're like, wow. and the winner is whatever his name was. And then we got him on stage, and he did not want to put the bear suit. Everyone's like, bear suit.
Nothing like a bit of peer pressure.
He's such a serious guy as well. It was so good.
Love it.
Awesome. So, Matt, if someone has listened to this and gone, wow, I want to try this out, best place to find you guys and go grab a free account is?
Bonjoro.com, Bonjoro. If you sign up, you will actually get a Bonjoro video from one of my team. If it's in Australia, it'll be one of the Australian team, potentially me as well. So if you reply to any of those messages, you will reply to the person that sent you that video, and you'll get to see it firsthand.
That's pretty cool.
Mine came from Amy in London, I think.
So Amy's great. She's our Chief Delight Officer.
Oh, I love it.
So, Matt, thank you so much for your time today. Great tips on video. I love the tool. I think it's got a lot of potential for our listeners, and I definitely think you should go check it out. Bonjoro.com, Bonjoro.com. It's almost Italian. That's about it from us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
No worries, guys. Awesome to be here.
You've been listening to the Tradies in Business podcast with Warwick Bidwell and Nicole Cox. Find out more about today's guest, tools for your trade business, and other cool stuff at tradiesinbusiness.com.au.